I never remember what buttons I'm supposed to push here. Carrie, are you there? Hello, Carrie? Of
Yeah,
course not.
yeah, I'm here.
Oh, there you are. I can't see you. What's going on? I can hear you.
Yeah, well, I can't see anything. I can't see a damn thing. We turned daylight on for sector 14.
Yeah, hold on. Daylight sector 14, just a second. There. Oh, okay. Oh, there you are.
Oh, that's so much better.
Okay. So, what's going on? What did I miss?
Oh, ow. Just walked into a tree. They have me on, well, they have me on body cleanup. As you could probably remember, there were a lot of bodies to clean up. Um,
Yeah.
but the
Yeah.
problem is, I haven't found Harrington's yet. Do you have any word on that?
But you haven't found Harrington. I thought she was in the field.
No, that's what I
Hmm.
thought. No, I can't find her.
Okay. No, that's weird. I'll I'll keep an eye out.
Yeah.
I'll keep an eye out and let you know.
Okay. All right. Um. Well, this is usually where we would debrief, but
You look like you have a lot going on. So just brief, it was Billy that went first.
kind of probably a blessing in disguise because he would have been a problem later. Yeah, I'm not seeing a damn thing. I think I have all the bodies. There was an error code that I was supposed to check out too, but it's too. I don't know. I'm not seeing it.
Oh, I don't think HR is going to like that. Okay. Let's start this thing. What am I doing? Okay. We have 3 people left? That's it? God, Carrie, you need to leave people for me to play with. Okay, this is where we left off. And you see, you're not sure how. It's almost like this moment of this like out of body experience in the sense of you just didn't see that. It almost looks like you see this black tar oozing out of whatever cracks are left from the antler itself. And as it oozes out, you see one arm, no leg, no, still that's not still right. You're not sure what to call it yet. But you see it reach out and grab onto this black ooze. You see the ooze beginning to move up the figure. And Charlie, as you stand looking at whatever monstrosity is standing just out of view in the cornfield, that's where I'm going to have all of you introduce yourselves.
Wow. Wow, Alex. Hello.
Charlie, go ahead.
I'm Faris Arkaya. I'm playing Charlie Noor. We're both she, her, and we're both terrified.
Hi, I'm Chrissy in color, and I'm playing Hazel Hart. Hazel uses she, her pronouns. Mine are currently a journey. And Hazel is, Hazel's okay. Hazel's okay. Everything's fine.
I'm Lev. I use they, them pronouns. I'm playing Cam Marine, who also uses they, them pronouns. I'm real scared. Are we still in the house, or did we get transported to where Charlie is?
Oh no, you're still in the Harrington farmhouse. Yes, you're still in the.
Why do you have
Harrington
a clipboard? I hate it here.
Why? It's just notes, Cam. It's okay. It's okay.
Fuck.
So I think we'll start in the cornfield with Charlie. Charlie, you have reset. Your death tokens are now 0, and your adversity tokens are now 3, which is great.
So great.
You've seen something take care of the masked killer and transform into a ball of antlers. What would you like to do in this moment?
Run the fuck away. Just keep running. Just keep running. How far off the road is the ruin that I am in right now? Like, is it Natalie's house, cornfield ruins, like in the back? Or am I adjacent
yeah,
to
the
a
ruins
road?
are further back on the property. They're closer to the edge of the woods. So if you were to run for the road, quarter mile.
Okay. But
Maybe
I'd be
more.
running in the direction of the horned thing, though, right?
Yes.
Then no.
Okay.
I'm gonna make a dumb choice, and I'm gonna run into the woods and hope that I can hide. Like a fool,
All right.
but it's scary.
I would like you to make me a flight roll then, please.
Okay. And I have my axe.
You do have your axe.
Keeping that real close. Guys, we're starting off so good. That's a
How'd we do?
4.
That's a 4.
It's a 4. On a d20. My Yasmin dice are betraying me.
Okay.
Yasmin doesn't want you to make it.
So you will
Very
get an
sad.
adversity token.
Yeah.
You will also get a death token.
No.
It's a shame that Carrie reset those.
I would have been here for 5 minutes. I'd have to leave.
Yeah, I've never killed a player in the first 5 minutes of a game. But so you take off towards the woods as fast as you can. And maybe it's the fact that, you're tired. You've been out running that cloaked killer for a while. But it's also that this thing, whatever it is incredibly fast. Like, faster than whatever it is has any right to be, because you take maybe 3 steps towards the woods and you feel it hit you in the back.
No.
It's not antlers that hit you in the back, fortunately, because you've seen what happens when the antlers get you. It's just the body of this thing hitting you, and you sprawl out to the ground, and there's a moment where you kind of roll over, and you see this thing in the moonlight, which before, it was dark. But now, the moon is full.
Oh no.
And it's bright. And you can see exactly what you're dealing with. And it's reared up on its hind legs, which have too many joints. Like, it's more joints than it should have. And it's got this kind of wolfish body with very shaggy gray fur. But its neck is very long. And it comes to a horse's head with antlers. But the eyes are weirdly human. There is a weird human malice in them. And when it opens its horse mouth, it's just wolf teeth. And there's this black tar sort of dripping out of its mouth. Its hands are some weird cross between wolf paws and hooves. Not really sure what's going on there. I'd like you to make me a grit roll for seeing this.
Cool. Bah. That's a 6.
Okay. A 6 is not a success, but this is
Son of a
not an
muffin.
instance where you're going to take a death token from it. What it does mean is that you just run. Like your
Good.
whatever instinct you have, it's just taken over by sheer panic and you bolt. And I'd like you to make me a luck roll.
Oh no. I'm not gonna use that dice. Use this dice. What? That's an 11? That's a yes, right? That's
That
above
is
10.
A yes.
Yes.
So you see this thing rear up. You sit bolt upright, you jump up however you get on your feet, and you just start running. And you are not running in the direction of the forest anymore. You are running into the corn. But you hear this thing. It just kind of watches you go for a moment, and then you hear a sniff. Like a deep sort of inhalation, like a bloodhound trying to catch a scent. And then you hear it book it in a different direction from where you are. And we're going to cut to the house. Cam, you're on the roof outside, and Hazel, you're in the attic inside. That's where we left off, correct? We'll start with Cam. Excuse me. I need to take a drink. Don't mind the product placement.
I hate you.
Much better. You see the aftermath of Billy's attack on the masked killer. There is a corpse in the middle of like this makeshift parking lot amongst these cars, burning. And you from here you can smell it. You know, there's the smell of burning cloth and burning hair and burning fiber, but there's also that like sweet kind of bacony underscent to the whole thing. And the body is just like laid out, spread eagle on the ground. And you see the rib cage crack open, like fly open like doors. And you see a hand come out of it. And another hand.
No, I don't.
And then antlers emerge out of this broken body. And this beast pulls itself through the ground, through the body. Unclear. I would like you to make me a grit roll, please.
What do I need to succeed on this?
Well, I was going to roll, so let me tell you. Let me tell you what you need to beat. That is a 16.
Oh, okay. I can't take cool under pressure. Never mind. All right. That's an 18.
Very nice. So that means you get to choose how you react to this.
Tam has been confronted by their imminent demise so many times today. And they kind of were lost in the sauce of, like, this is a party, I was supposed to be doing teenage shit, but they have a family to take care of. They have people to get back to. They have shit to do. So I think they react fucking enraged and start plotting. So I think Cam is going to see this, just kind of store the fear that they're feeling in a back corner of their brain. Cam is going to start plotting and pull themselves through the window. They're gonna grab Hazel.
I'll stop you there.
Oh. They're going for Hazel. That's where I'll end. They're going for Hazel first.
So you're going to escape into the house.
Yes.
Basically. I will say the last thing you see as you climb through the window is you see this thing crouch down on its haunches, and it just springs.
I hate you.
And it gets up onto the roof, and it like there's power in that jump, and when it lands, the tiles just like it sprays tiles everywhere. Like this thing is heavy. You can hear the wood of the roof buckle a little under the weight of this thing.
Alex?
Hi.
No. No.
You're getting big carry treatment this game, bud.
Counterpoint. Yes. Hazel, you're in the attic. You have Astrid's sketchbook. I think the last thing you had done was like show Cam through the window. So you step back from the window because something happens and Cam is reacting in a way that would probably indicate that something bad is happening. And one thing leads to another, and you see the sketchbook in your hands. And before, there was a really skilled picture of a body in a bathtub, in a bathroom. That is not what is there anymore. You watch as the inks swirl on the page, and suddenly there's this very intricate H.R. Geiger style illustration of a creature with antlers, with a long horse's face, human eyes, wolf teeth. And it's at that point you see the pages start to lift, as though something is coming out of them. And I would like you to make me a grit roll, please.
No. I don't want to. What is my... Oh, my grit is not great. It's fine. It's not that... That's a 2.
Okay. You drop the sketchbook. It falls to the floor.
Ah!
You see antlers start coming out of the pages. Antlers made out of ink.
Why?
No!
And as you're taking a step back,
This is mean.
you take a step back and another, and another. And sadly, that
Fall down the attic.
trap door
Fucker.
was left open.
No!
And you just plummet through. I will have you take a death token, please, and an adversity token from failing the roll. Okay, and at that point, we are going to...
Alex, come in.
Sorry, hold on.
Sorry to interrupt.
What's that?
We have someone approaching the perimeter.
Oh, you found another one.
Definitely students. Open the barrier?
Oh, yeah, sure, that works. They're potentially what we're looking for, hopefully?
They have potential.
Okay, no, yeah, that's good. I'll let him in.
Where the fuck's your badge?
Oh, my badge. Listen, Layfield played a fucking prank on me, stole it. I have reported them to HR. I'm just waiting on getting a new one. Okay, it's fine.
We're so getting fired.
Okay, yep, that sounds good. Wait, sorry, just one point of clarification. Astrid is still...
Taken care of.
Okay, yes, very good. Nope, good. I will send them in.
Alright, have fun.
Okay. At that point, our camera is actually going to transition away from the farmhouse, away from the cornfield, to a car driving down the back road that leads to the Harrington farmhouse. And there's just a... Which button is it? I think it's this one? Perfect. Good. Oh, hi, Sarah. Welcome.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know what's going on. I'm Alex. This is just a little
Hi.
game we're playing.
Uh-huh.
But you're on your way to the Harrington party, right? That's what's going on?
Yeah, and I'm fucking late.
Oh, is it because of Heather?
It's because of fucking Heather.
Fucking Heather. I cannot believe her. Again.
Honestly, when you have to get something done, you just have to do it yourself because you can't find good help these days.
You know what? You don't know how right that statement actually is. I think you're gonna do well, Sarah.
Thank you.
Before we continue, could you tell us, a little bit about yourself and about the car that we see driving down this road? And I mean, if you want to, just a little bit about Heather. No.
Because you asked so nicely, I think I will. So you see, sort of driving down the road, skidding a little bit like a maniac because Heather can't fucking drive, is my beautiful dusty rose champagne convertible with a cream interior and metallic accents. Daddy bought it for me for Christmas. It's my prized possession, and I'm never letting Heather drive it again. Heather's in the driver's seat, and she's got like a white knuckle grip on the wheel because she's a nerd, and I'm kind of wedged into the passenger seat. I've been like changing the whole time that we've been driving because we had cheer practice, and as much as I would love to leave early, something, the captain can't leave practice. So of course I had to get out of that stuffy old uniform and into something more party appropriate. So I have slipped into a pink crop top with a heart cut out, a white flare mini skirt. I've left the cheer bow. I love what it does for my face. I have long platinum blonde braids, immaculate as always. Wearing my signature pink lip gloss, beautiful smile. My hazel eyes are currently focused on Heather, where I'm attempting to drive a dagger through her skull with my eyes, because seriously, like, nothing is more important than this party. And she's scuffing my interior. I think Heather, I don't know, every time I look at her, she looks a little bit different. I don't really pay much attention to her, and to be honest. I think she has like long, kind of curly brown hair, very frizzy. She needs to like treat herself to salon day, I think. And I wish she dressed better. Yeah, it's a little embarrassing to be in my seats with just a low-rate outfit, honestly.
10 and 2. Oh, are you sure?
Heather.
I should be driving this fast.
Sweetheart, okay, get it together, okay? Because we're late. We're late. The speed limit is limiting you. So put the pedal to the metal, get us there, and then we're square. It's fine. You're doing great. You're doing amazing, sweetie, okay?
You feel the car accelerate just a little bit faster than it's already going, and it's already going at dangerous speed. Heather is all over the road. There is not a lot of control, and as the car comes around this bend in the road, you are looking at Heather, so you see her reaction, which is one to scream. And then you look into the road and you see there is an ambulance in the middle of the road. Its front end is just smashed in as though a semi hit it at 70 miles an hour. And Heather swerves the car. And as the car swerves, she's not good at driving. There's a skid, and you feel the rear part of the car hit something that isn't there. And then you go into a spin.
I am screaming, partially because I'm afraid for my life, but partially because she dented my fucking car. And when I get out of this, she's toast.
I will say that the car is in complete free fall. That's not the right word, but it's like spinning.
Free spin.
At some point, it hits the edge of the road and just flips off the side of the road. The last thing you remember is the sound of a crunch as you hit a tree, like a very, very big tree. And then you wake up hanging upside down, strapped in your seatbelt. There is the sound of tinkling, like the sound an engine makes when it's hot and like pinging, you know? And you hear Heather groaning in the seat next to you. She has fallen down, like her seatbelt has come undone, and she's like collapsed to the roof of the car, which is now the ground.
I'm gonna try and, I guess, pull myself out, or at least... Okay, so she's on the ground, her seatbelt's undone, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm gonna try to pull myself out of the side and like try to, not hard, but like kick her out the window so she also gets out, because she's not moving.
All right. I will have you make me a brawn roll to get out of this.
I am so good at that. I am so strong at BC. Ha! That is a 3.
Okay. That is your first... So you get an adversity token.
Cool.
And you will take a death token as well, because there is a large piece of window glass that, as you're pulling yourself out, just cuts you all the way down your arm. Like, there's so much bodily sensation going on right now that you don't notice it at first because the adrenaline and whatever. Like, your instinct is just get out. And so this very deep gash isn't noticeable, but you do eventually manage to pull yourself out of the car, sort of collapse down onto the ground. You see Heather, like, kind of roll out the side.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you hear a voice in the woods that you just crashed into say, "Help. Please, help."
Heather, do you hear that?
What?
Heather, honey, honey,
What?
come back to. Okay, okay. Hi, are you dying?
She, like, pats herself down. I don't think so.
Good.
Her
Get
nose
up.
is bleeding. She's got some cuts and bruises, but, like, doesn't look too bad.
I think someone's hurt.
Yeah, we are.
No, there's someone in. I hear in the woods. I hear a voice. It sounds like a little kid, maybe.
Hold on. She, like, sort of stands up, and her knee buckles. Her leg is not working.
Oh.
Do you want me to go look?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You go look, and I'll stay right here. And every time you turn around, just look for me, okay?
Okay.
I think Sarah, that veneer is starting to crack just a little bit.
All right. So you see from the car, one of the car's headlights is still working. It is dark.
Mm-hmm.
She sort of follows the beam into the forest, and she's got, like, her flip phone out, which has some kind of, like, very rudimentary flashlight on it, and she's, like, shining it around, limping. Is anyone there? Did you get hurt in the oh. And she, like, puts her head to her temple. And that's when you see her body go rigid. Just like, and you see two antlers stick out her back. And then she gets thrown at you. Please make me a flight roll.
Okay. Cool. All right. That is a big 9.
Okay. Let me make a roll. This is technically an opposed roll. Okay, Heather's body slams into you. You get an adversity token, and you get a death token.
My life is so hard.
Fortunately, the antlers that are now growing out of her body don't pierce you as she impacts with you. It's only as she's, like, on top of you that you notice her skin is writhing, and antlers, bony protrusions of some kind, are just starting to break out of her skin. You look up just in time to see her very vacant dead eyes both explode outward in antlers.
I'm gonna shove that bitch away from me and run. I don't know her like that.
Mm-hmm. Totally and legitimately fair. I will say, not in the direction that Heather went, like following the beam, but sort of 45 degrees to your left, you can see the lights of the farmhouse. Like, you were very close.
Oh, shit. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ask for help, because, I mean, there's a bunch of fucking people there, so
many.
There's
so many people there?
There's so many people. This was like a hot ticket party, so somebody there has to help.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna book it to the farmhouse.
Okay. So the last the camera sees of Sarah is crossing through the woods that separate the property from the road, and then the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line, and that straight line is right through the cornfield.
Can I go around the cornfield?
Make me a brains roll.
Okay. I'm allergic to corn in my soul. 8.
you hear something following you. And it sounds fast.
Do I think I can lose it in the corn?
Yes.
And I'll go in the corn.
Okay. Great and good. Good and great. We love to see it. Okay, let's transition back. Charlie, you also had just run into the corn.
I did.
I'd like you to roll me a d6.
Yay. That's a 3.
Okay.
What was that for, Alex?
Don't worry about it.
I always worry.
You shouldn't. Okay. So you're running through the corn toward what you think is the road, or in the direction that you think the road is, and you run for well over a quarter of a mile. At least by your internal pedometer. And you burst out of the cornfield into another sort of clearing that has a barn. There was no barn on this property that you remember.
So this isn't the building that Billy and them were throwing stuff at. This is a different building.
This is a different
Cool. Love that for me.
building. And it's one of those big classic red barns, you know, It's got big wide open barn doors. It doesn't look like it's in the best shape. You can tell there's absolutely like a hayloft up there because it's got that open window on like the second story.
Cool.
There's
Do I
light
see-
coming from inside, like as
Oh.
though there is electric light on in there.
I don't trust it. I don't trust electric light.
Why?
I don't-
This is 2010. We've had electricity here for like 25 years at least.
The electricity at the house went out, right? I'm remembering that right?
It flickered,
Or
but it did
it
not go out.
flickered. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the door and just put an ear to it. Do I hear anything?
The door is open.
Oh, then I
Like
will.
it's a big barn door that's open. And it's one of those barns that has doors on either side of it, so like you could just walk
Through shot.
through it to the other side and see. It's a pretty modern barn from what you can tell. It's got stalls for animals on your left, but there's also like a mechanics area, like with an old beat up pickup truck there, air jack, spare tires, things that one would use when fixing cars.
Sure.
And there is a ladder on the right side that leads up to the hayloft.
I'd like to see if the car can go. If there's keys, if I can turn it on.
Sure. The car is unlocked. As you get in, there are no keys. So if you want to look, I'll have you make me a brains roll.
Could I use my super special treasure hunting ability to find the keys?
You want to spend an adversity token to do it?
Yeah.
Sure. Yep. That's fine.
Okay. I look
So,
around and acquire
you-
keys.
You're sort of looking around, rooting through stuff, throw a wrench, throw some tire iron. And you do come up with a set of keys to what you presume is this truck.
Then I will try to turn it on.
So you get in, turn the ignition, the engine turns over. Like the vroom, 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 vroom.
Just
And as
massage
the-
that clutch, man. Just massage
as-
that clutch.
As the engine fires and does in fact turn on, you find yourself in total blackness.
Oh no.
Just a complete void. And then we're going to move to Cam. You were crawling through a window.
That was the plan.
All right. So you step through the attic window, and you know that Hazel is just on the other side, or was very recently.
Mhm.
I'd like you to roll me a d6,
I don't want to.
please, for me.
I do a lot for you, Alex.
I know, and I appreciate it.
5.
5. So, you crawl through this window, and you expect to find yourself in the attic. You instead find yourself, your hands meet dirt. And as you look up, you see stalks of corn. And you feel the night breeze on you, and you are in the cornfield. But you can see, just up ahead of you, there's a very, very big tree. Like, you don't remember there being a tree on this property, but there is just like an old ancient oak or something. Looks like it's been here for hundreds of years. Dead ahead of you.
Pam takes a second and looks down at their fingers in the dirt and kind of sinks their good hand into it, kind of like sifting and searching for a rock, and there's nothing really there. Okay. Pushes himself up. And starts just like beelining toward the tree, because tree means branches. Branches mean some kind of protection, maybe.
Certainly possible. You've
So,
seen this
yeah.
thing can jump, but this is a very tall tree.
Yeah.
So you get into the clearing, and it's like there is nothing that grows in a diameter of about 40 feet around this tree. It's just bare earth. And then this gigantic tree. There are no leaves. It's just bare branches. Make me a brains roll.
Okay. My 12 or my 10? That's my 10.
It's a 2.
All right, so your goal was to get higher?
My goal wasn't necessarily to get higher. I was mostly looking for something to hit things with. And
okay.
trees have branch mean hit.
Yeah. Okay. No, there is a low enough branch that could possibly be broken. I will have you, so you'll take an adversity token for the failure of the roll.
Okay.
And you will also take a death token.
Fucker.
Because as you go up to this tree, you're so convinced of like the need to get a weapon that you're not really looking at it beyond what you think that you're seeing, which is a tree.
Mm-hmm.
So you get to it, and you grab a low-hanging branch. And it's at that point that you realize that this tree is not made of wood. It does not have bark. It is instead bone. Antler,
Why?
maybe? And you feel, in both your good hand and your bad hand, something erupt through them.
No.
So that's your death token. As you try and grab a branch from this tree, it has impaled both of your hands. You're able to pull them back if you want. It's up to you.
I mean, we talked about stab wounds last time and how you don't pull things out of stab wounds. But if I don't pull out of this stab wound, I'm trapped here. So you've got me in a little bit of a catch-22, Alex.
I would also say that as you're looking at it, you notice that the antlers that have busted through the back of your hands are starting to spread like stars.
Can I try to break them off?
With what?
With my hands. Can I,
like, just
break the antlers off in my hands?
Make me a brawn roll.
Cool. 3.
You want to spend adversity tokens on that.
What do I need to reach?
You need 3 more.
So I need a 6? I'm going to spend 1 adversity token to use cool under pressure and take my half.
Perfect. Okay. That is very good. So then you are able to snap. You still, the inside palm part of the antler is not growing.
Okay.
But the part that's sort of coming out the back of your hand is like spreading as though it were a very slow motion star forming, or like petals opening, if that makes sense.
Cam has maintained their calm and is still trying to maintain their calm and is just going to walk into the edge of the cornfield just so they're not out in the open. They're going to sit down. They're going to use their teeth to pull the antler all the way through and then do it again on the other side.
Okay. You are able to pull them out.
Yep.
And when you pull them out and they hit the ground, they stop their growth.
Interesting. Cam is shaking with adrenaline and pain and exhaustion and every other terrible feeling that's ever existed ever. But it's something sharp and it's something hefty, so they're gonna try and reach down and see if they can pick it up without them starting to grow again.
They don't grow if you pick them up.
All right. And okay, so Cam's gonna take the shirt that they had covering their one bad hand. They're gonna rip it in half. They're gonna start binding both of their hands. Just kind of quietly, not even crying, just like shut down for now.
Understandable. Completely understandable.
Yeah, and then they're gonna finish wrapping up their hands. They're gonna pick up the antlers, and they're gonna start walking away from the tree.
Okay, so back into the cornfield.
Yep.
Good.
Hate when you say that.
Hazel.
No.
You have the sensation of falling. And you remember how tall this ladder was. So you would think you would have hit by now. But you haven't. I'd like you to roll me a d6, please.
2.
So Hazel, you fall. And you fall. And then you hit something very solid. And you realize you've landed on top of Billy's Volkswagen outside.
Oh. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God.
You look up, you see the sky, you see the stars, you see the moon, you see the peak of the house, the gable, and you see the thing on the roof, which has now turned its attention to you.
I'm gonna haul off running.
Where are you going?
The opposite direction of that.
Cool. That's the cornfield. That's great.
Cool.
I'll have you make me a flight roll, please.
Okay, I can do that. That is an 11.
Would you like to spend an adversity token on that?
One singular one, yes.
Yeah, just one.
Okay.
Okay. So you hit, and all of the information that I just gave you, like, processes in microseconds. You see things, you see that thing, and you're like, oh fuck, that's the thing from the drawing, and you roll, and you just book it. You hear, behind you, Billy's Volkswagen get absolutely smashed under the weight of this thing. And then you hear it coming into the cornfield after you.
I run faster.
Of course you do. I'm just going to... So we'll pause on you there and head to Sarah, who is already running through the cornfield, which is great.
Don't come to me. I don't. I'm fine.
So you're running towards where you think this house is. You know, you're
Mhm.
running in that direction. You can even like see. I mean, the corn is tall; it's above your head, but you can still sort of see in the distance the peaks of the roof. I'd like you to make me a brains roll, please.
I would love to do that. That is a That is a 4.
That's a 4.
Yeah.
All right. So you're running through this cornfield, and it takes you a moment to realize that the roof of that building is not getting any closer.
Am I still like exit being pursued by bear right now?
I will say with that roll, you don't hear pursuit anymore.
Okay.
So I think you hear the crunch of the car and probably hear someone scream in that direction. Because Hazel, I assume you're letting out a scream. I don't want to put that on you, but...
Uh-huh. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I think she would have, at least whenever she first started running, but after that, she, like, whenever she hears it still coming, she'll probably try to be quiet so she can lose it, but, like, you're gonna hear her. She's panting, she's whining.
You know, you hear commotion coming from where you think the roof of the house is. You also hear a car start from your 3 o'clock.
She will look towards the sound of the car, and every fiber of her being is going to say go to the car. But she knows Hazel's pathetic whimpers anywhere, and it hurts a little bit. And I think I'm going to try and head off Hazel. Instead, not going to the house, but if I were to try and like
Right,
maybe
you're triangulating.
I'm triangulating, yeah. They're like Beautiful Mind style. I'm
Right.
gonna
attempt
that.
In that case, roll me another brains check.
Okay. Okay, that's my D8. 8!
So, please roll that again.
Oh! 8!
Please roll that again.
2.
All right, that's 18. No, that's 18. My math.
Yeah.
Very good. Roll me a d6.
Okay. 3. Oh, don't do that.
Okay.
Don't do that.
All right. I'm sorry. It's just funny for me. So you run in the direction that you think Hazel is going. Like you're trying to.
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to calculate the point of intercept through this cornfield based on the whimpering that you hear. And it's really weird because even though you know you're not running in the direction of the car that you heard, you stumble out of the cornfield at a barn where there is a truck running. Charlie, roll me a d6.
Okay.
Hey, I'm in a car, right?
No.
That's a 3. I swear to God, it's a 3.
All right.
Oh no. Oh.
Charlie, you are the last thing you remember was turning on this car.
Uh-huh.
And now you're sitting in the hayloft of this barn. There is damp, rotting hay all around you. It has that smell. And you feel like the wet of it because you're sitting on it. And then you see Sarah come stumbling out of the cornfield.
Do I see her?
Yes. You're like up top near the opening window on the second floor that like looks out onto the cornfield.
Is there anyone in the car, Alex?
Yeah, I'm gonna look down.
There is no one in the car.
Is there a ladder that I can climb down?
There is a ladder, yes.
Cool. I'll
I
do
think
that.
Sarah just doubles over, like seeing another human being. Just like takes a second.
I climb down, and before I get into the car again, Question mark. I look out to Sarah and just, okay, let's go.
Yeah,
I don't know what's
okay.
happening, but just it's really dangerous. Come on, let's go. And just like,
I'm never coming to one of Natalie Harrington's fucking parties ever again.
I'm pretty sure Natalie is dead, so you don't have to worry about that. Get in the car.
Oh God. I'm getting in the car. I'm just having a breakdown.
Okay.
Mid-car getting.
I would love
Oh no.
both of you who are getting in the car would make me a flight roll.
Would you love it? I'm sure you would.
I'd be very, very excited for you to do that.
Okay.
19.
7.
No.
Okay. So, Liz, that's going to be an adversity token to you and another death token.
Yeah.
Because as you are getting in the car, you are so focused on the running of the car that you didn't hear the thing behind you. And you, Charlie, you're like in there, you're getting ready to get this car in motion as soon as Sarah's in, and you see a blur. Like she's coming towards the door, and you see something just like football tackle her outside of the frame. Sarah, you get thrown into the hay, and this is the first time you get a good look at the thing that killed Heather.
Oh.
And it's all antlers and wolf fur and too many jointed legs. And it throws you into the hay. You land sort of crumpled, and then it just starts advancing on you very slowly and purposefully. Yes, Charlie.
Can I hit it with the car?
Certainly. Make me a fight roll.
Oh, okay. I'm really bad at that.
Does that count as a trope thing though? Because that's a lot of things. That's a lot of creature features as they like hit things with cars.
I will absolutely
Sure.
give an adversity token for use of vehicle as weapon.
Can I
Absolutely.
pile on that?
How would you like to pile on that?
I think in the moment, Sarah like has the in shock checkout, and going to like I think seeing Charlie scrambling in the cab of the car will just like shout hysterical, "Fucking floor it!" in like the very high pitched
I will.
squeak.
I would be happy to give you an adversity token for that as
Thank
well. That's
Yeah, I watch too many B movies, and that's a classic.
The best.
no such thing
Can I-
as too many people.
Could I, because I'm throwing a car into a thing, I'm not punching someone, could I make an argument for like brains or something to get the angle right and not hit Sarah?
Yeah, please don't pancake me.
I mean, I think Sarah is far enough out of the car's path right now that you don't really have to worry about it. It's mostly just about having the gumption to do it, so I guess I'd allow a grit roll as well.
Okay, that's better than a D4.
Sure, yeah, yep.
All right, D8. Don't fuck me. Whew. That's a 5. That's
All right.
fine.
So, you floor it. You're trying to hit this thing, and you do. You absolutely run this creature over. It is way denser and heavier than you thought it would be. Like, you thought this is going to be like hitting a deer, and it's going to, roll up on the thing or go under the wheels or whatever. But you just hit it. Bam. And it doesn't really move. It moves a little bit. But you also smash your face into the steering wheel. So that's going to be 1 death token and 1 adversity token to you.
Ooh.
Sarah, that does distract it enough that if you wanted to be getting while the getting is good, you could
I
certainly.
would love to. Well, the getting is great. Even.
Yeah.
I do have 2 questions. First, would I be able to try and pull Charlie from the car and get us running, or is that like a?
I think you could
I'm
make
in the last whispers of life here, so I'm trying to bargain.
your the creature is between you and Charlie, so it would require a flight roll, and the one thing you know about this creature is it is very fast.
Right.
I think we're going to pause on the
Okay.
barn crew to give you even more time
Thank
to
you.
think about how you want to go. And let's move to our friends who are still in the cornfield. Hazel and Cam, could you both make me a brains roll, please?
Yeah, cool. I'm almost good at that.
Yeah.
What do I need to pass it?
7.
Cool, I got a 17. I
Nice.
rolled a 12 and then, yeah, a 5.
I'm going to use all of my.
Okay.
I'm gonna use all of my adversity tokens to first take cool under pressure, so I get to a 5, and then my last 2 pump it up to a 7.
Fantastic. All right. So you both realize very quickly as you're running through this cornfield that something is wrong with it. You're not making progress. You should have hit the edge of it or something by now, but you're just running. And I am going to roll some dice here.
That's worse.
You
Don't
don't
worry
need to do
about it.
that, it's fine.
Don't worry about it. First one will be for Hazel. Okay. Hazel, you are running through this cornfield when you, for some reason, come upon a staircase. Just a set of wooden stairs that leads to nothing.
That's yucky.
And I'm not saying you approach it, but you also hear something talking, whispering, coming from the top of the staircase.
What's it saying?
Make me a brains roll.
Seven?
So from where you are, you can't make it out totally, but you do hear your name, Hazel. You do hear weird. Ew. No. And you do recognize the voices. You know Jane, the most popular girl in school? It's her voice. She's the one saying, Hazel. Ew.
Fuck you, Jane! Fuck. But, like, it's literally a staircase leading to nothing.
From what you can tell, yeah.
Do I still hear something chasing me?
At the moment, no. But the staircase also, if it helps you make any decisions, does go above the corn.
You know what? I'll do it for shits and giggles. I'm gonna regret it, but it's fine. I'm going up the staircase. It's fine. It won't. At least, like, a staircase can't possibly be made out of fucking bone and antlers that will stab through one of my ligaments. It's fine. It's fine.
You know, that's true. That is how the universe works.
Uh-huh.
I think. Yeah, that's how the universe works.
Uh-huh.
So, you walk up the stairs, and you actually recognize these stairs. They're the stairs that lead to your basement, your cellar. You've walked up these stairs 100 times, 1,000 times. They creak in just that same way that you just know it instinctually. And you smell food that your parents make. And for some reason, Jane is sitting in your kitchen talking to your mother.
About what?
Oh, you. And what a fantastic disappointment you are.
To my mom?
You hear her say, Jane, if you were my daughter, I might actually be happy.
Well, fuck the monsters. This is my worst nightmare.
Make me a grit roll.
That's appropriate. That's a 4.
Okay. So, in this moment, you, Hazel, react instinctually. And it's either fight or flight. I'll let you choose. Do you confront or do you flee?
Oh, I flee.
So you move to go back down the stairs. You can't actually handle the whatever that confrontation would be. It's too much. And in your haste to get away, you slip. And you take a tumble down those stairs. So you get 1 adversity token and 1 death token. Because something snaps somewhere as you fall. You're not quite sure where, but it's in the leg, and it doesn't feel great.
Cool.
And you hit, bam, dirt in the cornfield. And then we'll move to Cam. Cam, you also succeeded on your roll. So you also have this realization that, like, there's something, not spiritually, but, like, there's something wrong with this cornfield. It's bigger on the inside.
Metaphysically wrong.
Yeah, there's something metaphysically wrong with this cornfield. And so you stop and just take a moment to, like, try and get your bearings. And it's at that moment that you notice something to your immediate right that isn't corn.
I'll turn and look at it.
It is a door. Just a freestanding wooden door. It's got childlike paper, drawings pasted onto it. You recognize those drawings. You made those drawings. And there's a voice behind the door. It's deep. You haven't heard that voice in a while. And it doesn't sound angry at you, which is nice.
I think... Ooh. I think the rage that Cam's been feeling, and then hearing that voice, just doubles it. They've been working so hard to keep everyone afloat, and he just left. Mom said he wouldn't just leave, but he just fucking left. Like, I'm gonna go talk to this asshole and tell him what's up. He was my best friend, and now he's nothing to me. So Cam busts through the door, ready for a fucking fight.
All right. As your hand goes to reach the door,
Yep.
You put your hand on the doorknob, and
Alex, there's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
There are
Hate you.
2 doors.
Wait. Hold on. No, there's a second door?
There's definitely 2.
Carrie, there's a second door? What is that? Yeah, so there's a second door. And this one looks like it's a door from your high school?
That is not supposed to be here.
Like a classroom door.
Take care of it, please.
I'm sorry. Just, there is a second door.
Where?
It is standing immediately next to your childhood door, and this one opens as you go to confront whatever is behind that door. And a man steps out of it. You recognize him. It's Mr. Card, your English teacher. And he says, Cam, I've been looking for all of you. We have a serious problem. And you know him. He's dressed in the same sort of like Gen X, I'm too cool for school, like band shirt with a flannel over it, ripped jeans. Really like magnificent sort of salt and pepper hair. Definitely like the cool teacher who's trying a little too hard. But you've always known him to be nice. You've known him to be like he cares about his students. But he's holding a shotgun in one hand, and he looks like he has seen a ghost.
Cam is... I think that, like, jerks them out of the rage spiral they were kind of falling into. How'd you get here?
I don't have time to explain it, but you and whoever else is at this party is trapped in something very bad. And I need you to come with me right now.
I don't know who else is left. Hazel. I was with Hazel, and Hazel's... I don't know where she is, or Charlie, or Astrid, or... Billy's dead, but...
He looks genuinely distraught at that news. It's like, I was hoping I could save you all. Fuck. Anyway, we'll find them, but you need to come with me right now. I can't keep this open for very long.
Okay, I'm coming. I'm coming with you.
Okay. So he goes back through the door. You step through.
Cam gives one last long look at that childhood door.
All right. Just as you are about to finally step through, you see that door handle turn. And you hear your father's voice say, "Cam?" And then you are through the other door, and it is closed behind you. And then we're going to go back to our barn friends. We're having a barn old time. The creature has been stunned-ish by what's happening. So you do have time to flee if you would like. I am very open to ideas.
Is the vehicle still running? Or did the hit?
The hit... It's shaking and clattering in a way that... I mean, you could probably, like, back up. Because, again, there's a door behind you as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you could probably, like, reverse and try and get away. But the car feels much... Or the truck feels much shakier and... less disinclined to move quickly than it did before.
How strong does the creature seem? I'm sorry. The question that I'm asking is, if I park the car on top of the creature, is it gonna pause it for a hot second?
No.
Okay. Sarah's on the other side of the creature, right? I'll climb out and just like point the side of the building. Meet me on the other side. Meet me on the other side. And just run out with my axe still. I'm holding onto that axe.
Got your axe. Sarah, what's the plan?
Dying, probably.
Oh.
Alright. Here's what we're gonna fucking do. I am a prepared person, so I would like to spend 2 adversity tokens and very quick thinking. I'm gonna make this ridiculous. I have under my very short skirt a thigh holster with perfume. And I would love to attempt to like break the perfume on the creature's head, like throwing it like grenade style. I want to grenade it with a bottle of perfume and try to like stun it so I can make a break for it, because there's no way I'm running without trying to hurt it.
Yep. Okay. Make me a brawn roll then, or brains, whichever you prefer.
Oh yeah. Brains would be cool.
Because physics. Get the arc right.
Oh, thank God, 8.
Is that your
do
max?
I roll that? Yeah, it's a D8. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Roll it again.
Okay. 4.
That's 12. That's good. That's a success.
Cool.
So you huck this, and it hits this thing right in its horse nose. And the perfume bottle explodes. I mean, obviously it does no damage to it. But what you do notice is it's got these humanish eyes. Like there is something intelligent in them that you don't see in animals. But they go wild. Like, it's looking around. It seems very, very confused. And it's starting to take these deep huffs, like a horse snorting. And you realize in that moment, I'm going to give you this because it was a brains roll and not just a...
Thank
This
you.
thing probably hunts mostly by smell.
We can use this. Write this shit down. Okay. Cool. I have a question for you before I book it.
Yes.
You said this is the one that killed Heather.
Yeah.
Does its eyes look like Heather's eyes?
No.
Cool. Just curious. I'm not curious enough to stay though. So
Okay.
I will, using the distraction, I will book it to where Charlie told me to go.
All right. So you do in fact meet it. Like it's so overwhelmed by this perfume smell that you hear it sort of like still snorting and moving around in there, but it's very confused. So you two meet up outside of the barn.
We have to go. We have to fucking go. It's I send it. We have to go.
It just straight into the corn, right? Like, there's nowhere else to go.
I'm gonna grab Charlie's hand and start running into the corn. Yeah.
Okay. So you guys run into the cornfield. I would love if both of you made me a brains roll.
Okay. I'm using. I did not expect to use so many thoughts today when I made a cheerleader. 6.
8.
All right. That is good enough to succeed on this. And as you are running, you're holding hands. So you are, you're just booking it into the cornfield. And there's something about this cornfield that you you're not making progress. You're not coming up on anything. It's far too big. And as these thoughts are going through your head, you realize you're not holding each other's hands anymore.
Oh no.
And I would like both of you to roll me a d6.
3.
4.
5.
All right. Okay, we will do Charlie first. Charlie, you are running. You're running. And it's a moment where there's something that subtly shifts in the environment around you. And you find yourself
Don't laugh.
standing in front of an elevator door.
What the fuck?
Like a closed sliding elevator door. And there are muffled noises coming from behind it. You know this door, weirdly, because this memory is ingrained in your forehead. This is vacation. This is at the hotel. This is when your parents just ruined everything. Again.
Oh god. Did they never fucking stop?
And you hear them. You coddle her too much. She needs to be serious. She's failing academically. She needs to do better, and you just let her do whatever she wants. It's not that I let her do whatever she wants. I'm trying to give her her best childhood and growth. Okay? No, it's not okay, because she's failing.
I think Charlie is so used to being such a disappointment that she just kind of stares at it, probably for longer than is wise when being chased by a giant monster. She's gonna... Is there a button?
Oh, yeah.
She's gonna press the button.
Okay. So you... boom, and you hear the ding. And I'd like you to make me a brains roll, please.
That was a 1.
All right. That will be an adversity token and a death token to you.
Cool.
Because you're so focused on the elevator and the ding that you don't hear it coming up behind you.
Mm-hmm.
And you feel not antlers, but hands with claws push you towards this elevator. And as the elevator door slides open, you see the interior of the Harrington house. And you fall through. Sarah. You are running. You're running. You notice that Charlie isn't with you. And that's when you come on the crop circle. Just 100-foot diameter crop circle. The corn has been completely compressed. And in the middle of it is a locker. Like a freestanding school locker.
Okay. Am I being pursued?
Make me a brains roll.
Okay. Ooh, that's not great. That's a 4.
You might be.
Cool. I'm gonna go towards the locker. It's the only landmark I have.
As you get halfway there, you hear the whimpering inside.
I don't love that.
You hear pain and crying. And, I mean, honestly, you'd recognize Heather's voice anywhere.
Oh no, I saw Heather die. Heather died. I saw her. No. Shit. I'm gonna open it.
So you walk up to it. You know this locker. It's your locker. It's got the sticker that you put on it. It's got the right number. You know the combination. You open it up. And inside, folded up, is Heather. Like her bones have been broken to get her in a malleable position so that she can be shoved into this locker. Antlers have sprouted out of her eyes. Bony protrusions out of all parts of her body. And her little hands reach out to you.
Can I apply one of my flaws here?
Yes.
So, I'm a very petty and vindictive person.
Mm-hmm.
Heather not only crashed my car, but fucking got blood on me. Got disgusting monster blood on me. I'm gonna slam the locker shut.
Very good. Okay. You slam the locker shut. Please, Sarah. You're stuck in a cornfield, in a crop circle in the middle of a cornfield. But I will give you an adversity token for that.
Thank you. Yeah, cool. Okay, and do I see anything else, any other options besides this horrifying locker situation in front of me?
Just more corn.
Just more corn. Okay.
Make me a brains roll.
Okay.
Actually. Make me a brains roll.
Sorry, I know I'm asking a lot of questions. That's a 6.
So you don't see any options around you. But you do see, this is something that has been etched into your locker for as long as you've had this locker. You've never really thought anything about it. But like someone has taken a penknife and carved words into it that say the only way out is through.
Alex, why do you do this to me, man? All right. Cursing vigorously under my breath. I mean, just every combination under the sun. I'm gonna open up the goddamn fucking locker, and I'll take. I don't know. Is there a through option, or is it just Heather again?
It's Heather folded up with her arms extended towards you.
This fucking nerd. All right. I'll just, looking behind me again, I'll just very daintily reach out and take like the tip of her finger. I don't really want to touch this.
She draws you in. And you go into the locker. And the door closes behind you. And for a moment, the only thing you sense is the smell of blood and the feel of the bony protrusions pressing against your skin, not piercing it, but as she embraces you. And then you find yourself in a farmhouse living room. Hazel.
Okay.
Still running.
You're still running. All right. I will have you roll me a d6.
Oh no. That's a 1.
Okay. The only thing I need from you is a brains roll then.
Cool. 8?
Is that your max stat?
No, my
Okay.
brains is a d12.
Do you want to spend adversity tokens on that?
How many do I need, Alex?
2.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're running, and it's a good thing that you see what you see. Because you're looking up, you're focusing, you're not looking at the ground. And that's some instinctual thing makes you look down, and you see there is a window in the ground. Like, if you had stepped on it, you would have gone through it. But when you look at it, you can see it's almost like you have killer cam vision from session 1. You're looking into the farmhouse, and you see Sarah and Charlie in there.
Oh shit. Can I open it and go in?
You can, yes.
So basically I'm falling in?
Yeah, basically. Mm-hmm.
Hi.
Oh my god.
Fucking god. Oh my god. I
God.
love you. You're my best friend. I love you. I love you. I love you.
Hi. When did you get here?
So funny story. I was late. This is a fucking party.
I will
Cool.
say, I'm going to pause you all there because we have two more people to bring into this farmhouse. And that is Cam and Mr. Card.
Oh.
And they step out of a broom closet, basically.
What?
Cam? I mean,
You're okay.
someone else. Yeah. It's Cam,
Cam
right?
just like goes straight for Sarah and Hazel and wraps their arms just like aggressively around their necks, like drops the horn, and you hear like one deep heaving sob.
I'm gonna reach my hand out for Charlie and just like hold hands with you two.
You're okay. Okay. Everybody's okay.
Everyone's fine. And then they're gonna pull back. There's not a tear on their face. They are back in control. Is anyone hurt? I mean,
I think this is when I notice the glass from the car. I have a boo-boo.
Yeah,
I don't.
you do.
I think it's fine. It's just a scratch. It's okay. I'm good.
We said that I lost my bag. Is it in here? Because
Maybe
I
a
used it as a first aid kit last time.
Yes. Make me a luck roll.
18. That's an 18.
Okay. So the bag that you had is mostly expended, but there is, in fact, a first aid kit on Mr. Card. He has brought one with him. So, he can heal 1 death token from someone with that.
I'm pretty okay. My hands are a little fucked up, but I can handle it. Someone else.
I mean, I have like my cheer uniform. I guess I could like. That's what they do in like the movies, right? They cut it and you. I don't know.
Pam just like holds up their hands that have like flannel shirt.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
God, thank God we have a smart person here.
I might have broke my ankle, but I think that's the least of our worries.
We can try and set it or something.
Well,
Yeah.
that sounds like it hurts.
Probably, yeah.
I think you walking is more important than me bleeding. I think I'm all right.
That's questionable. You can die from losing too much blood. You usually can't die from a burn, at least not quickly.
No, I'm
that's
like
sepsis.
super hopped up right now. I think as long as we don't stop moving, I'm like the Terminator. I had to double check if that movie had come out yet. Like the Terminator. It's fine. It's cool. I'm good. You need to walk. Yeah.
In this whole time, Mr. Card has just kind of like set the the first aid kit on a living room or like a coffee table, and he's going around like making sure all of the windows are still boarded, which in fact many of them are because of the previous events, and where they aren't, he's sort of like shoring things up and making sure that you are well barricaded and certain monsters with floofy tails don't get in.
Listen, I made it through the last game, knock on wood. Go for it.
Oh.
You're selfish. Your character trait is selfish. And mine is secretive, so I would not actually say, like,
that's
I got
true.
hurt. So
I'm not a good person. I forgot.
I forgot I'm awful.
Yeah,
I forgot I
do.
suck. Yeah,
But
no.
now I'm surrounded by my friends, so maybe the power of friendship has changed me.
We're not friends though, right? Like you see me around with sewing some stuff. It's not like
I'm friends with
I think it makes sense.
But I'd never admit that under threat of my life. Okay. All right. I'll listen. Sarah's like fine with this. This is like,
oh yeah.
Come on. I guess I'll kind of plop myself suggestively by the first aid kit, like, oh, I'm so into it. Make a very big deal out of it.
Are you requiring assistance? Because Mr. Card will patch you up.
Yeah, I don't know how to do this shit. This is probably the worst injury I've had in my life.
Actually,
I might have broken some bones. I flip things.
Can I help them, like, with the healing? I have loyal, so I don't. Can I?
I'm not gonna make him roll for it. He's just gonna do it.
Okay, I was about to say, can I heal an extra death token? But I guess it doesn't really work that way.
No, sadly.
Boo! I'm sorry.
No, listen. I got 3 in like 10 minutes, so going down to 2 is great.
It was a rough opening for you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it makes it fun because I am sweating.
Just consulting my notes here. Don't worry about it.
I worry a lot.
Does anybody have any thoughts or feelings before we proceed?
Fuck you. That's my
Thank
feeling.
you.
Lots
Yeah.
of them, but
Mhm.
none of them can be verbalized.
Okay.
I can't put words. Just a lot of internal screaming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we will return to the farmhouse living room. Mr. Card has patched up Sarah, at least, stopped the significant bleeding on your arm. And he sort of looks around at all of you. He's like, is there anyone left? What happened?
So many things.
Yeah. We found Brooke found Corey dead in the bathtub.
They're still in there.
Cool. Great.
He goes to look.
Um
He goes to look at the bathroom. There is no body.
I swear.
Is there blood?
Nope.
You don't
Wait.
understand.
Taking a look around, do I see Travis or Macy or Brooke or any of the people who got fully massacred down here?
No. In
They're
fact,
like that.
Hazel, as you remember, you landed on the car. You expected to see bodies out there because there was a massacre out there, but the only body you saw was the sort of burning remains of the killer, and that was it.
Not even Billy?
Well, Billy's car burned, or that van burned, so the blackened remains of that, or black charred remains of that, the van are there, but
I think that's worse, honestly, that they're gone.
Yeah.
There were bodies all over.
Mm-hmm.
There was some person just machete, psycho, and death.
There was a second one at the ruins too.
There were two.
Two?
Mm-hmm.
One of them.
They were so strong too. Like we should have been able to I don't know, gang up on them or something.
I found Astrid's notebook, and it implied that they were the killer. But then this thing crawled out of it, and it changed, and the thing that crawled out of it just started chasing me, and
I'm gonna just very silently reach for Hazel, and I'm just gonna hold her hands. But Sarah is just watching all of you very sharply, but in the sense of trying to restrain and keep cool under pressure, while holding Hazel's hand.
Yeah. Natalie and I went up to her parents' room to see if we could find anything else, and the first killer, I guess, I don't even know, climbed in the window, and we pushed it out, but we fell and we just ran.
So you've survived the killer twins.
What?
twins.
Why would you know? Is there they have a name? Also, what the fuck are you doing here?
There's a pattern, okay? This house used to belong to an old warlock named Waitley.
A warlock?
Sold his soul to something that granted him power.
Warlocks aren't real. That's nerd shit. What are you talking about?
I mean, antlered horror creatures aren't real either, but they're real now.
Yeah,
He
I guess
had-
you're right. I'm sorry.
He had a number of arcane defenses. The Death Twins are one of them. It that harrows is the second.
that thing with the antlers?
Yes. Probably. All the research I've done has said that these things guard the house against intruders. And if the Harringtons have been renovating, they may have awoken something.
But okay, so then what's here? Why the freaky horse dog things? What are they protecting?
His knowledge. His burial space. His spirit?
Do you know if there are more things to go through?
All of the research I've done has only pointed to these two things. However, I do know how to stop it that harrows.
Wow.
Yeah, let's do that.
We did.
Waitley had a grimoire. Legend says it's supposed to be hidden in this house. If we find the grimoire, there is a set of stones out on his property where we can perform a ritual that will send it back where it came from.
Oh. And you
So, go first.
So we have to look in this house and maybe the ruined house for a book?
Yes.
The attic. There was a lot of shit up there.
Excellent. Listen, and he's just like, the look on his face is ecstatic. He's like, excellent. Just follow my lead, and we are going to get through this just fine.
Yeah.
And antlers just drive into his body. He gets lifted up. He's looking down. There's blood dripping all over him, and you can already see things writhing under his flesh.
Did he drop his shotgun?
He did drop his shotgun. Farah,
Can I
you're a
pick
1.
it up? Oh, sorry.
Liz, you're a 2. Cam, you're 3. And Hazel, you're 4.
Can we just
was
run
2?
upstairs?
He points at Sarah. And the last thing he says before his tongue turns into an antler in his mouth is, "You are the last descendant. You must do the ritual." And then he slumps forward. And again, like, his body is already antlerifying as we speak. The thing drops him to the ground. You see he's wearing shorts because it's an old guy thing. You see his Achilles tendon erupt out as an antler. Like, his body is just twisting and contorting. And this creature, now in the living room with you, you get the sense of it in a confined space for the first time. And there's something so innately wrong with it. It smells like musk, old animal musk, like a burrow. It's overwhelming. It like catches in the back of your throat, but it also smells like blood, and it smells like death, like rot. What would you all like to do?
Does it also smell like perfume?
It does smell a little bit like perfume. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it does.
Nice.
So one of them has been marked. I love it.
Yep. It does smell like perfume.
Can I try to grab the shotgun?
Sarah, you're going for the shotgun? Yep.
Yeah.
We can do that. Other intentions.
Run away.
I want to scoop up my
Upstairs.
antlers.
Mm-hmm. The antlers are scooped. That's fine.
I'm gonna try to reach out to grab Sarah to drag them with me as we head towards the attic rope ladder thing.
All right, and Charlie, you were also fleeing.
Mm-hmm.
You're going up. All right. I will have everyone who's running make me a flight roll. And Cam, are you fighting? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me fight.
Just to get everyone a little bit of extra space.
You're the brain cell. You can't die.
What did everyone get for their rolls?
Charlie got an 18.
$20.
I don't.
Nice.
Am I rolling because I'm grabbing the gun, or
I'm gonna say you can get the gun, no problem. There's a lot going on, and its attention is sort of shifting. You can see the wheels in its head as it's like making its decision of where it's gonna attack. So if you want to fight, you can. If you want to flight, you can. Or if you have another thought.
I think touching the shotgun, it agrees with my physique. And I'm gonna shout very deeply, "Go!" I'm gonna try to shoot it in the nose.
Okay.
And I got a 16 for fight as well.
Yeah, I want to try and back up Cam because I know you're in melee situation right now.
Okay. Cam, do you want to spend adversity token on that?
How many do I need? I'll do it. I literally have one.
Okay. And Sarah, also go ahead and make a
Can
fight
I
roll.
give Cam an extra one out of the ones I have? Because I have a bunch.
No transferring
No.
of adversity tokens.
Okay, that's totally
Excellent.
fair. I tried.
I appreciate you, bud.
Oh, I dropped it. Oh, I dropped it again. I should stop throwing it and just roll it, huh? Okay, it's an 8 plus 1, so 9.
Okay. So I'm going to call this more of an assist roll. So this is not, you're not in danger. So a 9 is enough to like distract this thing long enough that Cam, you are able to take your antlers and punch. And you get it right in one of its 2 human eyes. And the antler goes in and you pull it out. And it doesn't seem to react. In fact, there's this gaping hole where the eye was, and then you see these ropey fibers close that shit up, and
That's bad. That's
a
bad.
pupil appears as though an eye is being reformed out of whatever essence this thing consists of.
This bitch.
No.
So Hazel and Charlie, you're going up to
Oh, yeah.
the attic.
Mm-hmm. Find
Alright,
the book.
The trapdoor is open, so you can clamber up there. The attic is as you remember it. You know, it's packed with stuff. There are bookshelves, and this is the thing that in session 1, Carrie mentioned that there may be some things that are important later, but not at that point. Those things are becoming important now. So I would like each of you to make me a brains roll.
Can I spend my treasure hunter ability to help me with this? To just find it or to okay.
Yeah.
I do that. Yeah, I'm just gonna
still
do
like
that.
you to roll me brains.
Okay.
I rolled an 8.
Right?
That was a 1 on a D10. A 1.
Okay. Charlie, that's a death token.
Bye,
And
guys.
So, you have narrative control of this, but what I will say to help you guide that is that you find the book that you're looking for. And it's at that moment you remember that Hazel said something about a creature coming out of a sketchbook.
But it followed me.
Oh, it didn't follow you. It did not. So, Sparrow, whenever you're ready, go ahead and take it away.
It.
Much like the elevator, when her and she heard her parents arguing. She is super focused on this one thing, finding this book. She's good at finding things. She's a finder. And and as she goes through and through and through, and she finds it, it's, I presume, cracked leather.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's
human skin, who can say, you know?
absolutely yes. Absolutely.
And she pulls it out, and it's one of the bookshelves that is kind of, because I'm imagining like a angled roof that's up against the angle, so there's space behind. So she reaches the book, she holds it, and she's about to say, or she turns to say, I got it. And then Hazel would see the antlers through the chest, and she just
Oh shit!
And Hazel, you get the book in your hand, and you realize that the same thing that you saw happen to Mr. Card is happening to Charlie, but it's not antlers of bone that are erupting out of her body. It's antlers of ink. And you see the creature standing behind. It's like the monster in miniature. And you see its focus is now suddenly all on you. What would you like to do?
I would like to haul ass out of the attic.
Okay, make me a flight roll.
It's the only thing I'm good at.
And our downstairs antler shotgun team, what would you like to do with the information that you now have?
So it's continuing to grow. It doesn't give a fuck. It remade its eyeball. The last thing our teacher said was that Sarah is the descendant and has to do the ritual. So I think I'm just keeping myself between her and it and pushing back toward away, just away.
Oh, shit.
And I'm calling, Charlie! Hazel!
Hazel, what'd you get on your flight?
A 13?
I rolled a 2.
Oh, thank God.
So you like slide down that ladder. You are not an action hero, but you're like on the ladder, get down. You see this thing come to the edge of the attic and like look down at you, but it doesn't seem to go beyond the confines of the attic.
Ooh, does it have to stay kind of attached to the sketchbook, I wonder?
The sketchbook is still up there, by the way. Yes.
Huh. All right.
So you come downstairs and you see Cam has interjected themselves between this thing and Sarah. And Sarah, what is your intention?
Oh shit, fucking tits. Okay, let's panic now. Okay, so Hazel's a little bit of a distance from me, right?
Yeah.
Is the creature closer to her than it is to us? No? Oh,
No.
thank God. Okay. I'm gonna try and scruff Cam like a kitten and haul the fuck out of there, like screaming for Hazel as we run.
Okay. That would be Cam, if you're going along, that's a flight roll from both of you. Otherwise, if you want to make some sort of other choice, let us know.
Can I make an argument for making a grit roll to just keep myself interposed?
Absolutely.
As like trying to keep my composure. Not like I'm moving with you, but like
That wasn't, sorry, I had an idea. That's what that
Great.
was.
great, okay. I was like, I can't read this facial expression.
No,
Is
I'm
it
sorry.
good or bad?
I just had like the most beautiful mind stupid idea.
Yes.
We'll talk about it later. Get out of here.
Yeah, I'm moving with them, but I'm still like keeping myself like antler brass knuckles between them.
Okay. So yeah, make me a grit roll, and Sarah, a flight roll.
I got an 11.
Okay.
19.
That is enough for both of you to escape. Target was 10. Hazel, what would you like to do? You see your friends, like, you see Sarah grab Cam, and the both of them are
I am
out.
screaming for you. Like, as if you are a loved one, because you are.
I am also running. If they're running, I got a D4 fight. I do a fight.
Okay.
That is not what she is built for.
So this thing, like, sees them go out the door, and it makes some movements to follow, and then it hears you on the back step, and it, like, looks around. Make me a flight roll.
I thought that I was supposed to roll when you told them to roll as well.
Oh.
So I rolled a 20.
Is that what you rolled?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But do they also, like, my D20 also explodes whenever I do the max on my dice,
So,
right?
The dice explode if the roll that you got is not enough to succeed.
Okay. Oh, that's fine.
However, would you like to guess what I rolled?
Also a 20?
Yes. So would you like to re-roll that, and we will see who does better?
I don't wanna.
Chrissy, you can do this. You got this,
Chrissy,
Chrissy.
you got this.
Come on, Hazel. No. Okay. All right. Okay.
So that's an adversity token and a death token.
Are you done?
No, I can't.
Oh, thank
I
God.
have my third death token.
Are you on?
It's okay.
Okay, you're on 3.
So
You're on 3. We can
I'm
work
gonna say
with this.
We can do 3.
What cinematically happens is you go to run, and you have a choice, because there's the front door, and then you know that in the kitchen there is that back door, and the thing is sort of blocking the front door. So you go to the kitchen, but it's so fucking fast. Like, you have never seen something move this quickly. And as you're going through the door, it just bats at you, and it takes out the door frame. In addition to, like, it just smashes half the wall. You get scratch. You also get, like, splinters in your shoulder. But then it stops. And it sniffs at you. Like, you know, you sort of fall, and it leans in very, very close on this very long neck. And it takes just a... And then it turns, and it goes the other way.
Don't like that.
We have the book. We have the
We
book.
have the book. We have to fucking move.
So Hazel, you are then able to, like, get out of the house. And you see, as you, like, come around, you see this thing just, it's almost too fast to perceive, but the moonlight is kind of causing it to shine a bit on the sort of coat. So it just goes, and you see this blur go into the cornfield after Sarah and Cam.
Shit.
I would like all of you to make me a brains roll.
Oh.
No.
Excellent.
This is not a roll that will cause a death token if you fail.
Okay.
9.
That's better.
Big 5.
Big ol' 5, all right?
Big old 5.
7.
All right. Because of the way this cornfield has been, and you've all experienced it, you know that going into this, shit is fucked. And so there, you have this sense of, like, you're not going in confused. You're going in with purpose. You have a place that you're trying to find, which is this ring of stones. You know what you have to do, and you know that this cornfield is trying to fuck with you. So even though 5 would not normally be enough, I'm going to give it to all of you. And you're able to get into this cornfield. And you know this shit is tricky now. Like, you see doors in the corn. You see windows. You see a garage door open. And that fucking pickup drives right in front of you. Almost hits you as you're going through this cornfield. Cam, you hear your dad calling for you out in the fucking stalks. He's lost. And he's scared. Sarah, you hear Heather out there. She just wants someone to be with her because she died alone, even though you were there. Hazel, all you hear is the voice of every person that you've ever wanted the respect of telling you that you are not fucking good enough. That there is no way that you are going to make it to this fucking monolith, and you know why? Because you're fucking pathetic. But every single one of you steals yourself, and you make it to this little hill right on the outskirts of the cornfield. It's right between the wood and the field, and there is enough hill that all of you can stand comfortably on it, and it is ringed with these like miniature Stonehenge type monolithic stones that are broken like teeth in the moonlight.
Oh, cool.
What would you like to do?
If I open the book, I open the book, first of all. Not if. I open the book.
Right.
I want to lay in this land here. Since apparently great grandpappy failed to mention this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
So you guys get into the circle, and Sarah, you open up this book. And it's fucking nonsense. It's language you don't recognize. It's symbols. It's like circles and lines. It is nothing like geometries. I will have you make me a brains roll, and if your friends want to help somehow, I would say that's probably a good idea.
This is where the insane idea I had earlier comes in. I would
yeah.
love to make an argument for charm.
Say more.
Okay. Part of Sarah's backstory. Sarah, a very typical cheerleader, isn't really known for being smart, but is secretly friends with Cam, who is very smart and enjoys spending time with someone who intellectually they can keep up with. And in secret for months has been applying to like liberal arts colleges and looking for a place to get out of this sort of like dumb blonde bubble and like engage themselves, but they're so ashamed of it. I would really love to sort of like using this knowledge and finally like almost accepting it in this moment that like I maybe am meant for something that fucking matters. Would like to sort of mentally reach out to the book of like, I'm holding you because I meant to. I guess charming the book, but like I'm holding you because I meant to. I'm not looking at this like a text to translate. Like this is mine. It has to be.
So you're telling me you'd like to use the power of friendship?
Yes, correct. I would love to use the power of friendship to unlock the ancient
roll
grimoire.
That fucking charm
Okay,
roll.
but it's rad.
Do it.
Let's go. This is my D20 skill, so I've been suffering this whole game. It's an 18.
Hell yeah, dude.
Fuck yes. That is
I take a lap if it would mess up my camera.
So,
oh man.
Hazel and Cam, what are you doing while Sarah like puts this rotting grimoire on the stony ground and just starts like communing with it?
I guess watching their back, like I have my hand on her shoulder and I'm just sitting there looking around, trying to make sure she knows that I'm there, but also that I have a lookout to try and make sure that they aren't surprised by anything.
Point of order, can I say I gave Cam the shotgun while we were running?
Cam, you want
so
shotgun?
I no longer have it. I'm not good with it. You can have it.
Cool.
Okay.
Cam
great.
like looks at their antlers and like tries to tuck them into their belt, but they're a little too unwieldy, so they just kind of like put them under their foot like a soccer, like how you hold a soccer ball still.
Yes.
And they've got two spidering antlers that way, and just a shotgun up. And constantly, I'm doing the same thing, just constantly. I'm not even paying attention to Sarah. I'm just constantly like, where is it?
All right.
I'm sweating, guys.
Hazel and Cam, I'll have you make me brains rolls. These are
Friendship
not
rolls.
These are not death token creating rolls. These are just to see if you see what's about to happen.
13?
You do.
13.
Okay, lucky 13. Here we go. So both of you are watching, and so you're sort of scanning. You're on the hill, so you've got a decent view of the area, but you aren't looking up.
Fuck.
Until you hear a noise. It's just really the sound of air moving on hair, basically, or a body flying through. And you see that this creature has launched itself so high that it is coming down and is going to land directly on top of Sarah. And that's when it hits the barrier. You see it go and like splat, and it's hanging above you. And you get the sense that these stones are somehow protecting you
Fuck.
from this thing.
Oh, my blood pressure.
It slides down, and you see it sort of pacing around. Sarah.
Yeah.
You commune with the book enough to realize what you need to do
Okay.
to complete this ritual. It's really very simple. You and one other person need to take a death token.
I'll do it. I only
Okay.
have one.
When I realize, I think I laugh because I keep hearing Heather out in the field, and I can't tell if it's the field or if it's just my head anymore. And I look up at Hazel, and I look over at Cam. I take Hazel's hand and I just press a kiss to the back of it very quickly. And then I'm gonna reach out for Cam's arm. And
I'll grab it back.
What are
I'm
you
gonna-
doing?
Don't worry about it. Look, listen. We always joked that something happened to me, you would be the next in line, right? Next one on the throne.
No. I don't need a throne. It's fine. A perfectly nice plush chair is fine. I don't need a throne.
You're gonna be just fine, Hazel. We're all gonna be just fine. It's okay. This is the one thing that matters. Let me do the one thing that matters. Cam, I need you.
I got you.
And I'm gonna initiate the ritual.
Okay. As that happens, you will both take a death token, which I think Sarah puts you at 3 and
Puts
Cam
me at 3.
2. So you initiate this ritual, which becomes an instinctual thing. Like the book is sort of, you are speaking to the book. It is telling you the words that you need to say to exercise that harrows, which is the thing that is currently circling around this protected space. And it's a long ritual. It's going to take a while. And Hazel, you're probably the only one that sees this because of the focus that's going on with the other two. You see it that harrows the antler monster smash its head into one of the monoliths. And then again. And you see it's starting to move, to wiggle like a loose tooth coming out of an earthen gum. I would like all of you, this is a collective roll, to make me a flight check. To see, and Sarah, I'll let you make it charm, because you're intoning. You'll be trying to get the words out faster.
Yeah.
13.
Okay.
19.
All right.
I only have a D4 in flight. I'm not a runner.
Oh, shit.
That's a 1.
Okay. Only 2 of you needed to succeed.
Oh my God.
Get out.
2 2 out of 3 ain't bad, as Meatloaf says. That's all you need. So, you complete the ritual, you feel this power within you, Sarah, and Cam, to a lesser extent, you feel yourself sort of giving something of yourself to Sarah to complete this ritual. Hazel, you are doing everything in your power to make sure that this stone does not come out until this is all done. And indeed, just when your arms are at their noodleest, when they are spaghetti noodles and you cannot do anything but lean against this stone anymore, and you know that that last smash is going to be the one that crushes you and kills your friends. The ritual completes, and all of you find yourself back in the Harrington farmhouse.
You
and
did
the
it.
camera cuts to outside, where it that harrows is now circling the farmhouse like a shark, looking for some sort of entrance. And as it comes around one side of the house, the large cellar doors, the exterior cellar doors, flap open. And it that harrows cocks its head. And it takes a few steps forward to the edge of the stairs. And then we see these two long arms come out of the blackness. And they grab onto the creature's front legs and twist. And they snap. And this thing goes down. And it's starting to writhe on the ground. And we see it yanked into the basement. And there is an amount of crunching. There is an amount of wet, splattering noises. And the last thing you all hear from the basement is a very childlike cry. We are just going to go down into the basement with the camera for a moment. There's a flickering light. It's all stonework and masonry. It's got a dirt floor. We're not going to linger on the body of that because it's bad. But we are going to look at the splatter on the wall. Most of it is blood. But there's also something else. There's some kind of black ichor that coalesces and congeals onto itself and moves with very stately purpose into the breaker box. And the last thing that happens in session 2 is the lights in the farmhouse go out. Carrie, are you there? You're still out there? What's going on?
What? No, not still. Again, because somehow I'm always selected for field duty.
Oh,
I don't
sorry.
know. We're trying to look in.
Sorry, it's usually Layfield that does field duty, but I think that he's being reprimanded by HR for the badge thing. So.
Ah, cool. So I also get the shit out of the stick. I see.
Okay, well, I'm sorry.
Well,
you know that they don't let me on field duty anymore after the last time. So, anyway,
yeah.
I got Charlie. It was pretty good.
Aw, man, I like Charlie.
I love Charlie, but sometimes this job means you have to do terrible things, and well, I'm leaving you with
It sure does.
3 and 3 plus question mark, I think, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that should be it.
Perfect.
So how did the English teacher make a door?
I have
Because that's a problem.
That's a huge problem. I have no idea. I already submitted a report to it. Maybe that's why you're back out there too. Do they have you looking into that?
Yeah, they have me looking at the fence, the perimeter. I'm not seeing anything weird, but I don't know how else that could have happened.
Okay, well, English teacher didn't make it through, so however he managed it, I think we're okay. I hope. We may want to send a team out to the high school just to have a look.
Yeah, I think so. And we'll up security on the perimeter.
Perfect. I just don't want this to go on my file, you know? Like, that one wasn't my fault, and I did take care of the problem, so.
No, but speaking of things that are your fault, antlers, huh?
Yeah, well, you know, someone from upstairs requested antlers, and who am I to say no when antlers are involved? You know, it's a personal favorite of mine.
What the hell do you even call that thing?
Oh, that one? It that harrows. Yeah, they were freaked out. It was great.
Oh.
Yeah. You take a monster, you slap antlers on it, you give it a horrible backstory, and they will run away, which is good.
Yeah, which is good. Hey, A+ with the lights thing, by the way.
Oh, well, you know, basic training. I don't remember who did the lights. It might have been Layfield, that motherfucker. Anyway. So I'm leaving you in their capable hands because I think it's about time for my scheduled union break. So
yeah, I'm gonna head back in. Did you hear that?
no,